Oh my God, that was beautiful. Before I start, I think I'm going to put some highlighter on my clavicle. This is the ColourPop highlighter in Total Package. We talked about her in my last video. Could have been between 1 week and 5 years ago, considering my upload schedule. So just know that this highlighter slaps and I regret nothing. Hey sis, welcome back to my channel. So the other day I was watching some old Jenna Marbles videos from back when I used to watch her when I was in high school and early college. And I just sort of like started getting recommended older videos of her from like prior than like maybe a year or so ago. And I got recommended these couple of videos that I'd already seen but not watched in a while, which are called Things I Don't Have Time For. And I was so inspired by just the unabashed, I don't have time for this energy. Jenna doesn't really make rant type videos anymore because she is in the most blissful situation a human being can possibly be in, which is having not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 adorable dogs and the hottest boyfriend imaginable in a beautiful house in California with tons of money. So I decided to pick up the gauntlet thrown down by my favorite 32-year-old lady and make a things I don't have time for video, but instead of just general things in life, they're going to be specific to fashion, beauty, and making fashion and beauty centered YouTube videos. And I hope you guys enjoy what your favorite 25-year-old lady has to rant about to you today. I'm going to start with some YouTuber centric things I don't have time for, just to make sure I alienate as many people as possible right out the gate. I don't have time for mean comments. I don't remember like any of the mean comments I get unless they are really funny, and that almost never happens because people who are jackasses on the internet are never funny. It's sort of like a weird like correlation thing. It's sort of like how people who are transphobic are always ugly. It's like, you know, sort of like where there's smoke, there's fire. Anyway, when someone leaves me a rude comment or even a comment that I just like don't vibe with, I have this sort of like thing that I've talked about in my group chat of influence your friends. That's sort of like the F off quotient. If I read a comment and my very first like impulse is to say, frick off. We're gonna hide this person from the channel. We're gonna block this person. We're not going to engage with them because that's what they want. And sometimes people who are annoying will use the fact that they like got hidden from a channel, which I don't even think people can find out if they're hidden from a channel, but they'll use like the fact that they got blocked as a sort of badge of honor. Like, look, I won because they blocked me. No, you're so pointless to me that you're not even worth the argument on Twitter. You literally are meaningless to me. It's literally the opposite of you matter to me from Waitress. That's my relationship with you. Oh, I really got to her. I made her so mad that she blocked me. That's why she didn't respond to me. It's like, no, you are unmemorable. Even comments that like other people who make YouTube videos get, I don't have time for. And so the reason I'm bringing up other people's videos is so y'all don't think that I'm just like spitting at the masses from my YouTuber ivory tower. Like I see this stuff happen to other people from the perspective of a viewer because I do watch a lot of YouTube. Like I hate when people expect beauty YouTubers to know every single conceivable detail about a product. Like yeah, if you're a beauty YouTuber and you're doing a first impressions or a review or whatnot, you're otherwise telling people about a product, you should be able to tell them what the brand is, how much it costs, what it might contain formula-wise, just broad concepts, how it behaved for you, how it looks on you, etc. Obvious stuff. But you'll have commenters expecting like a full scientific chemical ingredient breakdown and also expect the video to be understood in layman's terms and also not be like an hour and a half long. Like, sir, she's just a makeup enthusiast who's talking about some stuff she got at Ulta on her way home from her day job. She's sitting in a bedroom surrounded by like Laura Ashley shabby chic and like 2-for-1 Bath and Body Works candles. She's not like defending her dissertation at like Harvard Pharmacy School, my guy. She's not Marie Curie. She's just a person. Like, I'll see comments that are like, how could you endorse this product? It has neurocycloclonophin in it. Do you want people's moisture barriers to melt off? I mean, it's like, mate, if you are so knowledgeable about this, why are you even watching other people? Why don't you just make videos in your laboratory, in your lab coat, with your lab rats and your lab assistant? Doctor, scientist, like get What do you want? This is something that other YouTubers do that I don't have time for. I don't have time for you not knowing how to pronounce the foreign language names of the thing you're telling me about. And before I get into this, because people can get sensitive about complaining about mispronunciations, having an accent, like just a regional accent, is not the same as pronouncing a word in another language wrong and like not trying to educate yourself on that language. That's not the same thing, because I get super annoyed when people are like, oh, she sounds so uneducated. And it's like, no, she just doesn't sound like she studied the Queen's English in like 1930. Like that's not. But if you are talking about a product that is from a French brand and you just don't even attempt it, like May, I promise you, listen to me, I promise you other influencers who talk about makeup, okay? You don't need to spend $500 Rosetta Stone-ing French in order to pronounce the phrase Monsieur Big Mascara without offending the entire country of France. Oh my God, I got it. Crouching tiger, hidden me. You don't need to know an entire foreign language to get through this first impressions video, Stacey. You need to know one word. Google Translate is right there. She's on your phone that's in your lap, so it can quirkily go off while you're mid-sentence and you're just like, oh, my phone. Jesus Christ. She's fine. She's fine. She's okay. Just so I'm not complaining too much, I'm gonna talk about something that I do have time for. I just find a little bit funny. So I don't know how much time you guys spend on Twitter, but I follow a lot of like alternative female comedians or whatever, and they will always talk about reply guys. And if you don't know what a reply guy is a dude that will follow like some sort of female content creator on the internet and just reply to almost everything she posts in a way that would make you reply to him. Like if you were his friend, like, she's not gonna you, bro. There's a lot of thirst under the scenes with reply guys. Fortunately, I don't have any reply guys because I talk about makeup so often. But what I do have is a different kind of reply person that I've just taken to calling reply women. What are reply women? Reply women are very enthusiastic, very kind women, usually in their late 30s and 40s, who interact very earnestly with my content. Like they'll watch my videos, they'll respond to my tweets. They're very like nice, sweet people, but you can tell that they don't really get the sort of like irony poisoned millennial anti-humor that I adhere to all the time when I'm writing on social media. Like I'll tweet something like, me want chimkin nuggies with barbed EQ sauce. A reply woman will reply something like, ooh, chicken nuggets. Oh, my son's favorite is dino nuggets with French's honey mustard. He eats it all the time. It's really sweet. I really like the reply women. It's sort of like accidentally sending a text message that is meant for your friend to your aunt. It's sort of awkward to see someone reply so normally to your bizarre comedic way of talking, but it's like always a very nice interaction overall, you know? I wouldn't trade my reply women for anything, not even the thirstiest reply guys. Okay, let's actually get into what you probably came to this video for. Actual fashion and beauty things that I don't have time for. I don't have time for concealer. If you want to hear me talk more about why I don't wear concealer and, you know, dress it up in a lot of like purple prose and like fake deep conceptualizations, you can watch my If I Had a Younger Audience video that I'll link either here or in the description or wherever. It's kind of a hassle to link things in the cards. I don't know if YouTubers ever talk about that with you guys. It's like annoying. You have to find the point in your video where it belongs while you're like in YouTube's terrible editor. So it'll probably be in the description because that's easier. Even though I do kind of like how I look in concealer, it's because I just don't want to trifle with it ever. I don't even wear concealer on special occasions, actually. I would rather spend that time putting on fake lashes poorly. Today is an example. My dark circles are just gonna be there. They're part of me, just like my laugh is, just like my stretch marks are. I don't have time for lip liner. Listen, I have one lip liner. It's this one from NYX. It's the automatic retractable liner in the shade Cocoa. The one time a year I actually want to commit to wearing a nude lipstick that I know is too light for me, I'll put this on and it'll look amazing every time. However, if I buy a nude lipstick and I put it on and it doesn't immediately make me feel like Twiggy, perfect mod nude, like beautiful moment, like make me feel like vintage Kim Kardashian when she still had the ethnic nose. It's gone. I might return it to store. I'll probably see if a friend wants it. I might use it in a makeup craft. I'm not going to actually commit to putting on lip liner on a regular basis so I can wear this nude lipstick. I like wearing nude lipstick on a regular basis too. It's the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in the shade Give Me Mocha and the Ulta Beauty matte lip crayon in the shade Cheers. These are like the only ones, okay? Because I just don't want to deal with lip liner. I don't have time for lip products in general that I can't really put on without a mirror. That's why I like lip gloss so much, because I can just sort of like sense where I'm going, and if I get it outside my lip lines, it just makes me look dewier. The dewy goddesses, Samantha Ravndal and Julia Mazzucato would be proud of me, so it's fine. That's why I shy away from liquid lipstick. A lot of times I don't have time for liquid lipstick. I really don't. I do have time to wash my brushes. I just don't have time to be honest about how often I do it. Can't say we don't have time for it. They will drag me. Although the bacteria in my skin from not washing my brushes is probably already doing that on a molecular level. What is up, Osmosis Jones? That movie scared me so much as a kid. I hated it. I hated it so much. Why did he eat that hard-boiled egg off the ground? When has a hard-boiled egg ever been worth eating it off the ground of a monkey's cage at the zoo? Hard-boiled eggs are disgusting. I don't have time for hard-boiled eggs. The only reason anyone on the planet should ever make a hard-boiled egg is if they're making deviled eggs. Those are delicious. I would rather scramble eggs and eat them out of a baggie with a fork like Charlie does in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with the spaghetti than eat a hard-boiled egg. I'm gonna segue wildly into a fashion thing. It's like hot as in Boston right now. I don't really have time for feeling insecure to prevent me from being comfortable. And by that I mean, I'm quite insecure about my arms. I don't like them because they are fat. I don't like that about them. So oftentimes I will wear like a denim jacket when I'm out, but like today, it is humid as the goddamn. I was gonna keep my jacket on and it's like, I'm dying. No one cares except me. If I just don't look at any buildings as I'm walking by, I'll be fine. But like, this is ridiculous. I'm like letting being insecure about people seeing my arms, and no one's gonna say anything, but I'm letting feeling insecure about that prevent me from being comfortable outside or being as close to comfortable as you can get in absurd heat death of the universe, New England humidity. So I took the cockamamie jacket off. I made a little Instagram video last year before a Tinder date, which is the story that I'm never telling any of you. Don't ask me. Sometimes it just makes more sense to be confident, okay? I was feeling a little insecure about this dress, but you know what? What we're not gonna do when it's 95 frickin' degrees is put a cardigan on out of insecurity. This is what I look like. Sorry, the world, and also this guy from Tinder. And I was much more comfortable than I would have been otherwise. I don't have time for it. I want to be able to exist outside without crawling on the ground in anguish from being too hot. I just like, we're gonna talk about nails for a second. Nails are very important to me. My nails on this hand look incredible right now in terms of length because biotin is that bish. I don't have time for non-acetone nail polish removers. I use exclusively 100% acetone nail polish remover. Don't get the ones that are like, oh, it's fortified with aloe and gelatin and sunshine and rainbows to help the conditioning of your nail. What's going to condition your nails is a prolonged use of like a nail vitamin E oil. This nail polish remover is not going to do jack for your nails. And the reason it makes me so upset is because everybody in my life always has that stuff, the like non-acetone or like low acetone nail polish removers. So if I'm ever at someone's house and I'm like, hey, can I take off my nail polish? They're like, sure, yuck. And they'll give me that nonsense and it's like, mate, I have like 4 layers of glitter polish on right now. What do you think these cotton balls from 1970 and this fairy dust water that you've given me are going to do against my nails? This may or may not be a call out post to my mom. The acetone stuff, the reason I advocate for it is because it will get your nail polish off, including glitter polish, off in like a minute using one cotton pad for like both of your hands. If you use the acetone, just wash your hands right afterwards and put on some lotion or put on a nail oil and you're Gucci, my guy. There's no, I could be getting proposed to by Chris Evans the next day, and all I need to do is take off my nail polish so I can get a manicure. And if the only nail polish remover available to me was the like stupid rinky-dink, like whack-ass gelatin gentle stuff, I'd be like, he's just gonna have to deal with whatever chipping custom polish is currently on my phalanges at the time he bends the knee. I don't care. Captain America's just gonna have to cope. He's gonna have to be coped in America. Okay, we're gonna talk about breasts, breastises. We're gonna talk about titty breasts, yitties. I was a 42H cup for a while. I had a breast reduction last summer, just over a year ago, and now I'm like a double D. Fortunately, I don't have to wear industrial strength bras all the time. However, my boobs are kind of saggy because they are human boobs on a person. When I want to wear something with like a spaghetti strap or maybe a strapless thing, I have to think about a bra strap situation. If I want my breasts to be like lifted and perky and like sitting, I would probably opt for a real underwire bra. Right now I'm wearing like a bandeau from Forever 21. The yitties might be like down south a little bit, but they're comfortable and I got no straps, my guy. You might think, Nisa, why don't you just wear a strapless bra? Then you can have the best of both worlds. No straps and supported lifted breasts. Nope! Because guess why? Look at the title. I don't have time for them. Strapless bras can kick rocks in flip-flops and get suplexed by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I hate them so much. I've tried. Bought the goddamn like walk hole bra. It's the brand that makes like a supposedly amazing strapless bra. I bought it because BuzzFeed told me to buy it and Twitter told me to buy it. You know what the problem is with strapless bras that I've discovered? They're all like almost balconette cup. Pretend like my chin is my boobs. A balconette cup is like this. A balconette sort of like pushes it from below. A lot of like bustiers will have a balconette cup because it's sexy, you know? The problem with balconette cups, if you have like wider boobs like I do, is that it's sort of like if you tried to lift up a sandbag with just the flat palm of your hand, that sandbag is gonna go over the edges, just like falling like oobleck. It's not going to remain up here on this little platform you like are pushing it up from below with. It's not supportive. It pretends to be supportive because it's just like pushing it up from below. It doesn't feel good. It feels like you just like shoved a plank of wood, like a shelf, underneath your breast. Oh my God. The other day, I tried on strapless bras. I was at Target. I was like, you know what? Let's just give it a shot. I remember when I first started wearing strapless bras when I was like 16 and I didn't need to because my boobs were perfect. I remember they would have like that squiggly line of like rubbery plastic right at the top and the bottom to keep them from sliding down. Well, now that little squiggly line of rubbery plastic has gone through kind of a Pokemon evolution, and with some of these strapless bras, the whole like wing side of the bra that like goes around your abdomen and clasps in the back is like covered in like this rubbery film so it doesn't slide down your body, which makes a lot of sense and is actually a pretty smart invention. However, that is only feasible if you are one of the people that can clasp their bras behind their back when they put them on. I like to call this group of people wizard benches. I don't know how you can do that without being imbued with the dark arts in some capacity. How I have to clasp my bra in the front and then whip it around and lift it up. I've been known to step into a bra before or put it over my head because I'm not a wizard bench and I can't clasp it behind my back. But with these strapless bras that have the whole panel of rubbery material, you can't do that. It's not designed to glide across skin. That's the whole point. So your options are developing 2 more arms, just growing them out of the side of your body, and maybe eyes in the back of your head. Although I guess if you're a parent, you already have those. Or having a second person to put on your bra for you, like you're Marie Antoinette or like some sort of lady in waiting in the Regency period about to go meet the king for like tea and crumpets and cucumber sandwiches. My life is not at the point where other people are assisting me put on my hosiery. So I'm going with the C option, which is not ever wearing strapless bras. I'm just gonna be saggy and happy, okay? And you're just gonna have to deal with it. Speaking of breast accessories, I don't have time for pasties. And I'm not talking about like cute pasties that like strippers or exotic dancers or other sex workers might wear. The adorable ones, I have so much time for those. I've never worn them, but I do have time for them. And the ones I don't have time for are the ones that come in like a little pack that you stick on your breasts so no one can see your nip nops. No. First of all, if you have like wider areolas, they're not even going to cover the whole thing, which is a whole humbling experience in and of itself that I'm not going to go into detail about. I'm not gonna stick this little thing to my breasts so that the masses can't see the nip knobs. Everyone has them. Every mammal, okay, I know birds. Every mammal has nip knobs, okay? Dogs. Should I go get my dog and tell her to put on little nip knob stickers? No. What makes me especially mad at this is that some of them don't even work. I was getting onto a train and there was a girl who looked about 19 in like a very thin, like Forever 21E like lattice top getting off the train. And what I immediately noticed, because I was looking at her shirt, because I was like, oh, that's a cute blouse, because the story takes place in 2016 when like lattice tops were really trendy. I looked at her shirt and she had the little flower nip knop stickers, but you could see like the whole entire sticker. So instead of having like small nip knops or maybe some like areola raisedness through her shirt that would have looked normal and fine and human-like, it looked like she had just 2 huge flower-shaped nipples. And I felt so bad for her, and she was a complete stranger, so I couldn't be like, hey miss, you look like you have the secret garden on your chest, because that's not gonna go over well with anyone. You could say that to your best friend and she'd be like, what's wrong with you? So I said nothing. So I'm never gonna wear them, and I don't have time for them, and I don't think anyone should. I think they're bad. I would rather see everyone's nipples. Well, that's different. That's unrelated. But like, I just don't think it's worth the hassle. And also taking them off hurts like a bitch, because it's strong adhesive on one of the most sensitive parts of your body. It's like water's wet too. Like, of course it's terrible. Anyway, I don't have any time for that at all. I'm like a chubby person. It's fine. I've made my peace with it. Because I am a chubbier person and I have like thicker thighs, I deal with something we're all familiar with called chub rub. It's when your thighs rub together, they chafe, it's uncomfortable, it's terrible. When your thighs touch constantly, it makes walking kind of difficult, because like it's sort of like your thighs are doing this as you're walking and you can't take like elegant steps like I want to take. So there's a whole litany of chub rub remedies that you might find on the internet, and I don't have time for any of them because they're all lies. Any chub rub remedy, and I'm saying this with confidence because I've tried everything, anyone that is not physically putting a piece of fabric betwixt your thighs is a waste of my time. I'm not putting any more Body Glide between my legs. I'm not putting any more deodorant between my legs. I'm sure as hell not putting any more Lush Silky Underwear dusting powder between my legs. That one I'm especially angry about because I saw it on Tumblr as like a God's honest truth amazing chub rub hack. It's this like silky powder you're supposed to put between your legs and then you never deal with chub rub again, okay? And I was living in Italy at the time, so I like paid $1 billion in shipping to ship it from Lush UK to Italy, which was exorbitant for some reason. Got it, put it on, and 10 minutes later, like I literally had not even left my home, I had sweat through it and it was gone, and I like dumped it on my legs. The Silky Underwear Dusting Powder from Lush. I know what you're thinking.
A Lush product?
In a products I regret buying video?
Blasphemous!
Why did I do that? There was no gliding, it was already gone. I had sweated through it. This doesn't do anything at all. I might put some more of the like Monistat chafing gel because I have some right now, and that one does work the best out of all of the like cream powder chub rub remedies. I will give that one its propers. You will walk and sweat through it. I think one afternoon, like one day when I tried to just wear the Monistat anti-chafing gel, I think I had to reapply it 5 times. It's just a waste of money. Here's what I do instead. I wear bicycle shorts. Not even every bicycle short is like a feasible option. So what do? Do you buy the jockey's slip shorts? No. Eventually those started rolling up on me too. You know what didn't roll up on me though? These little bitches from Uniqlo. Oh my God. Oh, these are incredible. They don't roll unless you like are trying to put your leg behind your head. Although actually, they're not rolling right now, dude. You could also cut your tights up, but then, you know, like the tights I wear are like $16 a pack, so I don't wanna do that either. Everything that isn't these shorts I'm currently wearing in terms of chub rub solutions, I don't have time for. I haven't tried bandelettes, but I've heard mixed things about bandelettes, so you know what? They're thrown on the pile too. I don't have time for them. No. Here's something I just literally don't have time for. I don't have time to make chatting about releases videos as often as I want to, because stuff gets released so fast that I'll be like writing a sketch and then like I realize, oh hey, nobody's talking about this thing because 86 other things got released in the meantime. I can't keep up. I don't have time for belts. I don't get people who can like belt a large shapeless kind of caftany trapeze dress and look good. It sort of makes me look like Frosty the Snowman when I do that. It's just like round, round. It's not how wizardry, okay? This is a Christian household, all right? In a Christian household. I don't have time to retouch my makeup. That's a thing. I'm always so impressed by people who actually like travel from place to place with a little makeup bag that's has brushes and like the foundation they're wearing and the powder they're wearing. I just want to look haggard when I commute home so people know that I worked hard at my job, okay? I don't have time to redo parts of my eyeshadow when they don't turn out well. Is this line over on this eye a little wonky? Maybe. Are my lashes placed terribly? You bet your sweet bippy. Am I gonna redo them? No, I'm just gonna let it be what it be and do what it do. Thank you for watching this mess of a video, but before you leave, I'm going to need you to do me a quick favor. If you could go ahead and have an amazing day for me, that would absolutely be something I do in fact have ample time for. And if you would like to interact with me betwixt uploads, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at NisiPisa. I also have a second channel called Extra NisiPisa that I will link in the description where I post music and covers. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to use code NisiPisa for 10% off at checkout at your local clock store. Time? Because it's pound. Bye. Vroom, vroom. Cars be like, vroom.